Hello friends, so welcome to the 38th lecture of this course, and in this lecture I will introduce surface integral. In previous unit we have seen that first I have introduced arc length and then I define the concept of line integral. In the same way I will generalize the concept of line integral into the surface integral. So, the surface integral can be seen as a generalization of the line integral. For example, the line integral with respect to arc length S is of a curve along a curve C is given by this formula. So, this can be generalized in this way, and this I will say the surface integral of the scalar field or scalar functions over a surface S. Similarly, this is the line integral of the vector functions along a curve C having the parametric representation R. So, it is given by integral over C v dot dr. So, this I am going to generalize as the surface integral, that is v dot n into dA over the surface S. So, here n is the unit normal vector oriented outward to the surface S. So, now let us define the surface integral of a scalar function. So, let g of x y z be a given function defined in 3D space, and let S be a surface which is given by the graph either z equals to f of x y or y equals to h of x z or x equals to h of y z. Further, assume that g of x y z is continuous at all points of S. S is smooth and bounded. The projection of S onto the xy plane or xz plane or yz plane can be expressed in the form of region R. Region R means on which we can evaluate a double integral, means in one variable the limit should be the variable function of other, and for the other variable the limits should be constant. If all these conditions are satisfied, then the surface integral is defined as the integral over the surface S, that is the double integral g of x y z dA, and this equals to limit d tending to 0 summation from k equals to 1 to n g of x k y k z k delta a k. Here this d and the length of d is the longest diagonal of the projected rectangles, because we will project the surface either on xy plane, yz plane or zx plane or uv plane, and surface is divided into small patches or small elementary surfaces. We learn how to do it in the previous lecture. Okay. So, those are projected and d is the length of the longest diagonal among the projected rectangles. We will generalize this formula, and the first one is if the surface is given in parametric form, that is R of uv, then surface integral of g over S, and S is the surface, is given as S g x y z, okay, and then dA. So, here I will project the surface onto UV plane. So, the projection will become R, then g x of uv, y of uv, z of uv, so you can write this g in terms of u and v. Now dA will become, that is the surface area, so Ru cross Rv and magnitude of this into du dV. So when the surface is given in this form, that is in the parametric form, I will use this formula for calculating the surface integral of g over the surface S. And here R is so R is the projection of surfaces over UV plane. Now my second formula I just edit it. So if the surface S is given as z equals to f of xy, okay, then surface integral of the function g of xyz over the surface S is given as, so I will use the formula like this. So I need to calculate g of xyz dA over the surface S. So if the equation of the surface is given in this form, z equals to f of xy, then what I will do? I will take the projection of S over xy plane. So here I will evaluate this double integral over a region R, where R is the projection of S over xy plane, and then I can write g x y and z is again f of xy. So this g is completely written as a function of x and y only. Then dA, and from the formula of surface integral, from the formula of surface area which we have taken in the previous lecture, we know that dA can be written in this case so in that way I will use this formula if the surface S is given in this form. Next formula is, if the surface S is given as y equals to some function h of x and z, then surface integral of the function g of x y z over the surface S is given as s g x y z dA. And now from the previous lecture you know that if the surface is given in this form, okay, then I will project the surface S over yz plane. So here it will become yz plane, okay, and then R is the projection of S in this plane, sorry, not yz. So then area R is the projection of S over xz plane. And now the final form of this formula will be g x, y can be written in terms of x and z, so h of xz z square root 1 plus hx square plus hz square dx dz, okay. And the last, if the surface S is given in the form x equals to some m of yz, so we are doing the same as we have done in the previous lecture. Only thing we are changing, the rule of calculating this dA over the surface S, means calculating the surface area of S. So, in this case this can be written as, so G will become a function of xy, sorry yz, because x equals to m of yz, and then square root of 1 plus my square plus mz square dy dz, and here the region R is the projection of S over yz plane. So, this is formula number 4. So, with the help of these 4 formulas we can evaluate the surface integral of scalar functions. Moreover, here in the definition we have taken S as the smooth surface. If S is piecewise smooth surface, then like the case of line integral we can define. So, if S is piecewise smooth, having smooth surfaces S1, S2, Sk, then the surface integral of a function G over the bigger surfaces which is piecewise smooth equals to so integral over the each smooth portion of the surface separately. For example, if you are having a closed cylinder, then that closed cylinder will be having 3 surfaces, top, bottom and the side surfaces. So, for these 3 surfaces we will evaluate the surface integral separately. Now, let us take an example. So, example 1, evaluate, let us say z of dA. So, g of x y z is only z, where S is the surface of the cone, z equals to 2 plus x square plus y square and z is from 2 to 7 in first octet. So, let us try to solve it. So, here surface will be a cone, that is z equals to 2 plus square root x square plus y square. So, it will be like this, it is z axis, x and y. So, this is 0 0 2. And this will be this point 0 0 7, and this length means length of the circle, this particular circle, the radius of this circle will be how much? It will be root x square plus y square equals to z minus 2. So, z is having maximum 7. So, 7 minus 2 5. So, x square plus y square equals to 25. So, if I project this particular surface onto xy plane, what I will get? I will get a circle of radius 5. Okay. So, now my region R is given by this circle of radius 5 having center at the origin in xy plane. So, the surface is given as z equals to 2 plus square root x square plus y square. So, this is my f of xy, let us say. Okay. Then what I will do? I need to calculate z and then dA. So, first of all I need to calculate fx. Okay. So, fx is 0, so 1 by 2 x square plus y square raised to power minus half into 2x. Similarly, I will get fy. So, 1 by 2 x square plus y square raised to power minus half into 2y. Okay, so, these two will be cancelled out. So, 1 plus fx square plus fy square will become 1 plus x square upon x square plus y square and then plus y square upon x square plus y square. So, this comes out to be twice of x square plus y square upon x square plus y square. So, this cancel out. So, 1 plus fx square plus fy square equals to 2. Now, the surface integral over S z dA becomes R is a circle and z is 2 plus square root x square plus y square and then what I will be having square root of 1 plus fx square plus fy square. So, square root of 2 will become root 2 dx dy. Okay. And the area R is a circle, x square plus y square equals to 25, a circle of radius 5. So, changing into polar coordinates, r is 0 to 5, theta is 0, and one more thing, it is here in first octant. So, first octant means theta will move only from 0 to pi by 2. So, 2 plus r, so this is my r, root 2 r dr d theta, and this integral we can solve quite easily. It becomes 100 root 2 upon 3 into pi. Okay. So, in this way we can calculate this particular integral. So far we have defined the surface integral for scalar function. Now, we will do it for vector function. So, the surface integral of vector function can be defined in this way. Let S be a smooth orientable surface. Also, let the vector v, which is having component v1, v2, v3, those are functions of x, y and z, be a vector function which is continuous on each point of S. Then the surface integral of v over the surface is defined as, so this double integral over S v dot n dA, and this can be written as double integral over S v1 dy dz, v2 dz dx plus v3 dx dy. Here in this definition, the unit normal n, vector n is outward unit normal vector of S. So now if the surface S is represented by x equals to f1 yz, then this will become this surface integral of V will become in this way. So double integral over the region R V dot n, and dA can be written as dy dz over n dot I, where R is the projection of S onto yz plane. Okay. Similarly, if the surface S is represented by z equals to f2 of xy, then the surface integral of vector V over the surface S is given by this formula. So double integral over the region R, where R is the projection of S in xy plane, and then dA can be written as dx dy upon n dot k. Finally, if the surface is given in this form y equals to f3 of xz, then what we will do? We will project the surfaces onto xz plane, okay, and projection of on xz plane let us be R, region R. Then this surface integral equals to double integral over the region R V dot n dx dz over n dot j, and n j are unit vectors. So let us take an example of the surface integral of vector function. So example is evaluate V dot n dA where V is given as z square I plus xyj minus y square k, and surface S is the portion of the surface of cylinder x square plus y square equals to 36 0 to z to 4 included in first octet. Okay. Here surface is given by this, so I can write it z equals to, I can take the surface as f of x y z equals to x square plus y square minus 36, and this equals to 0. So now I need to find out the normal to this surface. So grade f will be 2xi plus 2yj, okay, and then the unit normal vector n to this surface f is given by grade f upon magnitude of grade f. So this will become 2xi plus 2yj, and magnitude of this will become 4x square plus 4y square. So 4 I can take 2 out, 2 into x square plus y square raised to power 1 by 2. So 2 will be cancelled out, it is xi plus yj upon square root of x square plus y square. You know that x square plus y square is 36, so square root will become 6. So this is the unit normal vector to the surface. Now I need to evaluate V dot n dA. Now the question is how to write dA, because there are three ways for writing dA, and those three ways depend where you are going to project your surface S, on xy plane, yz plane or zx plane. Now if I project here on xy plane, what will happen? So my dA will be dx dy upon n dot k, and when I will evaluate n dot k, n is given by this, so n dot k will become 0. So I will get a 0 in the denominator, and hence I cannot project this surface onto xy plane. So what are the options? Either project it on yz plane or xz plane. So let us project it on yz plane. Let the surface S is projected onto yz plane. So then what will be my region R in yz plane? It is a cylinder, okay, x square plus y square minus 36, z is going from 0 to 4, okay. So y will go from 0 to 6, okay. So when you will project a cylinder onto yz plane, where the cylinder is along z axis, it will become a rectangle, okay. And so in yz plane, so yz, it will become a rectangle, and rectangle will be given as z is 0 to 4 and y is 0 to 6, because I am talking about first octant. So that is why I am taking y from 0 to 6. Now, so I am having region R, I am having normal n. So what I need? I need to evaluate the surface integral. So V dot n will become xz square upon 6i, okay, because it is dot product, so I will not come, xz square upon 6 plus xy square upon 6, and z component is 0 open. So now the integral V dot n dA over the surfaces will be 1 upon 6, region is R now, so 0 to 4 is Z, y 0 to 6, and then xz square plus upon 6, so this I have taken out, x z square plus y square dy dz. So only thing I need to, and then dA is dy dz upon n dot I, because you are projecting on yz plane, so dA will become dy dz upon n dot I. And what is n dot I? N dot I is x upon 6, I component of the normal vector n. So this x are cancel, this 6 is cancelled, so I simply got 0 to 4, y is 0 to 6, y square plus z square dy dz, and this comes out to be 416. Okay. So in this way we can evaluate the surface integral of vector functions. So, in this lecture what we have seen? We have seen the definition of surface integral over a surface S. Then we have seen some formula for finding the surface integral of scalar functions. Then we have seen formula for finding the surface integral of vector functions. We have taken one example for each case. Okay. In the next lecture we will do the divergence theorem of the Gauss, that is related to the surface integral of a vector function and the triple integral from the multiple integral section. So, with this I will end this lecture. Thank you very much.